Alright everybody, picked up some Bilstein shocks for the 2005 Mercedes C-Class. These are the rear struts. We're going to go ahead and attempt to replace those today. Step one, get all your wife's crap out of the trunk. Good Lord, she makes my life difficult. Anyway, once you get that out of the way, you're going to want to get all this paneling out of the way in the back here. You got a few of these push pins and whatnot there in the way. Recommend picking up one of these tools. You can give it AutoZone, O'Reilly, any of the box stores, Harbor Freight, everybody's got them. They're real slick on these push pins, cost you a couple bucks. Worth not fighting those things any more than you have to. Anyway, so once you get that pulled out of the way, get back here to the top of the strut and access that. If you guys see that real good or not. It's a little bit flat on each side of it. I usually use a crescent wrench or something there. Get a small wrench to hold that thing at top. Then you can use a 17mm wrench to break that nut loose and get that spun off of there. That will be the first trick. So we'll get that off of both sides and then we'll go from there. As you can see, we already got it jacked up, got the tire off. Once you get up under here, you're gonna need to see it's bolted here to the lower control arm. You get this plastic shield on the bottom that's gonna need to come off. I don't know if I can get under here with the camera or not. You got two tiny little bolts here in the back. You got to get those little guys off first. There's one on each side. You need your handy little 10mm for those. So once you get those two little 10mm bolts off, you can literally start peeling that plastic shroud off of there. Now you can access the bolt holding the strut there. One more thing I'd like to point out to you guys, if you don't already know it, if you're going to work on a Mercedes, you're going to need a Torx bit set. For that specific nut, you're going to need a 16mm. And you're going to need a 14 for the other side of that bolt. So difficult to film since I needed two hands. Once you get to this point, guys, I've seen a lot of guys pull the lower control arm loose, do all that. I don't want to disassemble any more than I have to do. I found it best on these. Just grab a big wrench. And you kind of fit it right up under here underneath the base of the shock there. And then just kind of pry on it against the control arm and it'll help you push the shock up. Once you get it about as high as you can pry it, then you just kind of get in here with both hands and muscle that shock the rest of the way up, and then you can just kind of pop it out here. As you can see, I just got it propped right on the edge of the control arm there. Now I'm just going to go ahead and set the camera down again. I'll go ahead and use both hands and pull that thing out of there again. One out, I'll throw the new one in. Just getting the new one back in, stuffed it up there on the top. Just fight the shock a little bit, get it up into place there. Little trick here, I like to use one of these little tools, whatever, stick it in the hole there. Can really just help you use it like an alignment tool, get things lined up just so there. And then generally you don't fight your bolt. So now that we got that lower bolt in, we'll get up top here, stick our rubber back in place. Throw the washer on, then the nut. Here we are, guys. Project is complete. Just got back from a nice test drive. Car as good as new. Wifey Benz should be happy. Right rear was definitely bad. Noticeable clunk or rattle every time you hit a bump from the inside, and it was considerably weaker. Easy to pry on out of there compared to the left side. So, yeah, glad we got the job taken care of. Not a difficult task at all. If you guys are having an issue, don't be afraid to tackle it. It's definitely not that big of a deal. Anyway, thanks for watching and stay tuned to the channel for more. Hope you find this helpful.